Hi, and welcome to Moonbeam Connections. I'm Jacqui-Leigh. Today on Into the Shadows, we're going to be pulling a card from our shadow deck and see what message Spirit has for us today. So let's see what shadow work we need to work on today. And of course, as always, I send the intent that these videos reach those who need them when they need them. So if this video did reach you, it was meant for you. Do keep in mind that it might only be part of the message that is for you, may not be the whole thing. So just take what fits, take what resonates with you, and leave the rest behind. So we're going to see what message Spirit has today from our shadow card deck. What shadow? Whoop, that's a lot. We got a lot. Do you have a lot of shadows? Do you have a lot of stuff going on right now? Excuse me. Let's see. Oh, there we go. We got one shadow card. So let's see. Ooh, never enough. Okay. So this is definitely a shadow that I've had to deal with in my life, that you never feel like you're doing enough. You never feel like you are enough, right? So it can be in all aspects of life. It could be in all aspects of your life. It could only be in one aspect, right? So you may feel like you're never doing enough in your career. You're never working fast enough. The papers you're writing are never, the reports you're writing are never, high enough quality, or you're never answering questions in meetings to the extent that you'd want to, or as eloquently as you would want to, right? So it's sort of this feeling of I'm not doing enough. My work isn't good enough. And it could be in your relationships too. You may feel like, or like in your personal life, in terms of I can never sit down. I'm not allowed to sit down and rest, right? Because if I'm resting, well, I could be doing this, and I need to clean, and I need to do the dishes, and I need to book those doctor's appointments for my kids, and I need to make sure this is done, and oh, I could clean out the car right now, and it is this chronic fear of not being good enough, of failing yourself, of failing people, of people looking negatively on you, right? That, oh, what they did wasn't good enough. They didn't work hard enough. They didn't try hard enough. They're not talented enough to do that. And so this can be a really big thing to overcome. And usually it does, of course, come from childhood, right? Because within your childhood, whatever your dynamics were, that you never felt like you were enough. Maybe you never got enough credit for your good marks, or for being a good child, or whatever it was. And so because in your childhood, your parents never felt you were doing enough, your parents never felt you were good, now in your adult life, you're sitting here in this, I'm never doing enough, I'm never good enough, I'm never, achieving enough. um so let's see here, just pull out my other tarot cards, and let's get some advice for you on this. So how can we work through feeling like we are never enough or never doing enough, right? And it says on there, the chronic striving. So you always feel like, even when you've accomplished something, that's a big thing with this. Even when you do accomplish something that other people from the outside would objectively look at and be like, wow, that was a good job. Wow, you got that accomplished. Wow, I never did that. It doesn't feel like enough, because there's always another step, right? You can make $1,000,000. Well, yeah, I made $1,000,000, but I could make two, or I could make 10, or look at that guy over there who has $100,000,000, right? So nothing is ever topped out, if that's good enough, right? So you could always say, oh, it's never enough, no matter what. Look at how much money Elon Musk has, and he's still trying to get more, right? It's never enough. And we got to get out of that. We got to get into the feeling of contentment. So what advice does the tarot have for you on how to deal with feeling like you're never enough? What advice does the tarot have for you today? Let's see. Oh, there we go. There's one, and it's reversed. Ooh, reversed Ace of Cups. So this is about being emotionally blocked, being repressed, feeling empty, right? Not having sort of self-love for yourself, repressing your own emotions. And that can very much happen when you don't feel enough. You feel like Your emotions don't count. You shouldn't impose your emotions on people. That's too much, right? That's too much for other people. And so this really is about dealing with your own emotions, dealing with your own feeling, your own insecurities, your own feeling of emptiness, and moving into self love and your own authenticity, right? Understanding that you know what, taking a break, that is self love. You can't just go, 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 right? You burn out. And so this is really about looking at how, right? This is all about having so much love, right? Newness, love coming in, it's overflowing. And so this way it's all spilling out, right? You're giving too much of yourself, and you need to turn this inward and start healing yourself from inside and filling yourself up, filling your own cup up, and realizing you are good enough, and realizing there's nothing you have to accomplish in this life, right? You need enough money to have a roof over your head, to have food, you know, if you have children or dependents, to be able to support them too. But past that, there's nothing in this life that you have to do. There's nothing in this life that you have to accomplish. You can have goals and want to accomplish things. That's perfectly fine. But you need to be enough with before you accomplish your goals. You need to be enough before you're successful, because once you reach that success, you'll realize, oh, there's another step, right? I became the CEO of this company, but oh, I could buy more companies. I could be the CEO of multiple companies. I could expand this company and double it. But maybe being the CEO of a company is enough, right? Going to work and taking care of your family is enough. There's nothing else we have to do. So let's see what Spirit has to say in terms of how we move forward. There, I didn't even get the question out, but look at that. See, how do you move forward? This is the nine of Pentacles, is all about independence. So this is about looking within yourself, right? Looking within yourself, finding this independence, being self-sufficient. And so this is the Nine of Pentacles. She has planted all these pentacles, right? And she's watching them grow, and they're plentiful. She has done the work already. And now she's able to sit back and enjoy the fruits of her labor. She's able to sit back and let things grow. She's self-sufficient. She's financially independent. And so this is where you should be going. Don't worry about other people. And I know that's so easy to say, and it's so hard to do, right? But you are on your own journey. You're not on other people's journeys. And just because other people seem more successful does not mean they are more successful. Get into somebody's head for a day or two, and you might be like, oh my God, they can have their $200,000 a year job because their head is crazy, and I wouldn't want to be there. I'd rather be making 50,000 and be at peace within my head, right? So stop worrying about being not enough, right? All you have to worry about is being enough for you. And you need to start filling up your cup, and you need to start planting these seeds of self-sufficiency, of independence, right? So if maybe you're someone who's always relied on a partner, and you're always trying to do everything for that partner, and I can't survive without a partner, how I would never make enough money, whatever, right? Like you feel that you need a partner in order for security, especially your pentacle security, which is your like earthly matters, finances, career, that sort of thing. So you may feel that you have to depend on someone, but that's not what this is saying. This is all about you focusing on yourself, you coming to peace within your mind. You know, maybe you need to go to therapy. If you can't afford it, I know sometimes there are financial barriers to that, depending on how your healthcare system works in your country. And so maybe you can find support groups online. You know, one thing that really helped me was just when I started going online and researching about my mom's personality, and then I actually discovered why she is the way she is. Um, she has a personality disorder, but it really ended up, everything clicked for me. All of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, it really is not about me, right? It really is about what was going on in her head. And I had to learn to fill my own cup up internally. That was part of my spiritual journey, was getting to this point. So filling my cup up internally, realizing I'm enough, and building my own independence, building my own stability for myself, right? And then once you're standing in this self-sufficiency, this independence, you can, I know everybody wants a partner, right? Everybody wants to feel loved. Everybody wants a community. It's more about having someone around you can a community around that you can rely on for support in those times you need support. But you need to be able to stand up on your own first before you can start really partnering with somebody, right? This is really about, and maybe you're with somebody and that's perfectly fine. You can work within your relationship, but you need to focus on yourself. So maybe if you have been financially dependent on your partner, maybe that's about you starting to go out and making some strides on your own, maybe taking a few classes, maybe looking for a new job. And I'm not saying you have to leave your partner, but if you were in a place in your relationship where you were like, you know what, I don't have to be in this relationship. I'm not dependent on you. I'm going to stand on my own 2 feet and we can walk side by side as partners. But if we're not going to walk side by side as partners, I'm okay to leave. I'm not trapped in this, right? I'm not chronically trying to be like, love me, please love me. I want to be enough for you. And you today need an angel number for sure. So let's see what angel number wants to come out for you. Let's see here. Oh, wow. Okay, we'll take that one. I'm not done shuffling those, so we will take that one because it really wanted to come out. And we will get one more. So let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, 888 abundance. Yay. Okay, so this is about financial abundance. Financial abundance and success are on the horizon. Stay focused and disciplined. So this is exactly this, right? Stay focused and disciplined, and you will find the abundance. And it doesn't necessarily have to be just pentacles. Abundance is not about money, 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 right? That's what everybody wants. I want money. No. Abundance is about abundance of love, abundance of happiness, right? Feeling content, feeling satisfied, feeling happy. So this is all about abundance in your life. And really, if you're content and happy and at peace within your heart, the financial stuff isn't as important. Obviously, you need enough to live, but it doesn't become as important because you're like, well, I'm happy and I'm content and I have enough. And, you know, like, yeah, everybody wants some more money. Yeah, I'd like to be a little more financially secure, but I am happy within my life. I am content. I am at peace within my life. So this is what you need to focus on. Financial abundance, financial security, right? And being focused and disciplined. So stay focused on what your goals are. This doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow. You may have to go out and really, look for a job or get new training or take baby steps, right? It might be that you have to go and find an entry level position because that's all you can get and work your way up. I know in my day job career, I have a professional job. Um, Rarely anyone just comes straight into my job. Rarely anyone gets hired directly into my job. What happens is they get hired into a lower level entry position. Now they're with the company and then they work their way up into my job. And that's just the way it is. I work in a very competitive field, and so everybody's trying to get in. And because everybody's trying to get in, everybody takes those entry level jobs. So then we already have within our organization people who are able and willing and wanting to move into those positions, so we don't have to hire externally. And your other card that really wanted to pop out here, 999, completion. So this says, release what no longer serves you and prepare to embark on a new chapter filled with opportunities. So 999 is the end of a cycle. And this is obviously what you're coming into, the end of your cycle of feeling like you're not good enough, like you don't do enough, right? That's what you're ending here. So you're going to end this, you're going to get rid of what no longer serves you. And that may be people who say to you, you didn't do enough, you're not trying hard enough, you don't work hard enough, you don't bring enough money in, right? So it might be getting rid of some people in your lives. We have to do that. We have to, all of us do. And I'm not saying it has to be a romantic partner, family member, right? We're even looking at our friends. Who is helping us to be the best that we can be? We're going to keep them. And who is just peripheral junk that's not helping us in our journey? And that doesn't mean we have to be mean or cruel. We can phase people out. Obviously, it depends. I mean, if you're living with someone, it's going to be hard to phase them out. You may have to have that break. But this is all about you are ending this cycle of not feeling good enough. You are going to start filling up your own cup. You're going to start being self-sufficient. You're going to start finding peace within yourself, and you're going to move into this abundance, right? So we need to start focusing on ourselves and moving into abundance. Only when we are filled up within ourselves can we help fill up other people. And I know lots of times we sacrifice ourselves for the other people in our lives, but that's not doing any good, because eventually we're going to burn out and we can't be responsible for other people's lives, right? Do you expect somebody to come along and to make you perfect? No, because people can't make you do anything, right? I'm sure there's been situations in your life people have given you good advice that you haven't taken, because people do what people do. People will people. But I hope this message found you well, and I hope it helps you. So I'm sending you peace, love, and happiness. Bye for now.